This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2025 Acura RDX, $399 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla. Not $24,000, $20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2024 Acura ZDX, $299 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Righty. Welcome aboard. Yes, sir. It is Monday, December 9th, day after the Dolphins get by the stinking Jets. That's what's going on. It's a beautiful thing. Plus, we got Bitcoin starting to pump this morning back over 100,000, which is also a good thing. Anyway, welcome, boys and girls. I hope you had a good weekend. We had a Heat win, had a Panther win, had a Fort Lauderdale United win, and we had a Dolphin win. So, good weekend overall. It was looking ugly. I know. We talked about it on the post-game show yesterday. We weren't feeling that good down the stretch, and then they woke up after that third quarter and got it done in the fourth and in overtime. Defense was terrible, and then they all of a sudden made a couple of stops and got the ball back for the offense, and just good stuff, man. Good stuff. So we got a lot of things to talk about today on the show. So we'll get through it, and we'll obviously get to your comments, and we'll talk about all kinds of things going on, from sports and little entertainment and music and all kinds of stuff. And of course, we'll keep up with what's going on in the crypto market, which we always do. We'll do a Crypto Bro show later this afternoon. I'm sure it will be a very happy one because I'm expecting just, I don't know why I've got this feeling we're going to have like this monster week, overall. So we'll see. Maybe I'm completely wrong and we have a negative week and we're down 15% across the board or something, but we'll see. Got a feeling that we got a volcano that is building up and going to explode. We've got the Canes headed to a crappy bowl game. Oh, I do like Pop-Tarts. What else do we have? The Mets spend a lot of money over the weekend. At least reportedly, right? Because it's not like official, but it's kind of official, right? Whatever. But crazy weekend, man. All kinds of stuff. By the way, we're going to be out on the road a lot this week. In fact, all week, except this is the only day that Sean and I are in studio. Tomorrow, we're at Caneswear in Davie. And Wednesday, we'll be at Toyota of Hollywood. Thursday, we'll be at Acura Pembroke. Thursday, we'll be at Hialeah Park. And then Friday, we'll be at Acura of Pembroke Pines. So 4 different places. You can come on out and say hi. Would love to meet you. So if you're anywhere in South Florida, we'll be in Davie on Tuesday, in Hollywood on Wednesday, in Hialeah on Thursday, and in Pembroke Pines on Friday. So we're all over the place. We're like Sagua Fair. We're everywhere, So come on out and join us out there and have a little fun. Would love to meet you. So we work our way to the end of 2024, man. How crazy is that, right? That's it, man. 2025 right around the corner. Oscar Rojas, I see, is number 1 in Melbourne. NorCal is in. Dolphins sure don't look good. 10 days to barely beat that team. Come on, man. NorCal, we're just going through the motions, dude. The season's over. I know we've got a certain section of our Dolphin Nation. That's the section that likes to lie to themselves. That's those Dolphin fans that are just like absolutely delusional. Those are the ones that think they're going to win 13 games every year in the Super Bowl every year. And they might be 3-8 and they think, oh, we still have a shot, But most of us, we're going through the motions. We know it's over. It's ridiculous. But I do run into the fools on Twitter like, well, it's not over yet. I haven't given up. And it's like, you haven't given up for what, bro? What? What if they actually sneak in? You expect them to make any kind of noise or something? First of all, they're not sneaking in. They have no tiebreakers. And even if they would sneak in, what's the difference from what you've seen for the last 40 years, pretty much? Season's over. We're just going through the motions and hoping things get a little better for next season. That's what it is. Outside of that, what are you going to do? Steve Chapman is in. To hell with all the negativity and complaining. The team isn't that good. Try again next season. That's it. That's all we can do. Stephen Harris looking for a victory cigar. Well, Sean Stanley, give those Miami Dolphins a victory cigar. There we go. Aquavision, Ray Sosa. Yep, all teams won. That's right. Ray Varnicus is in the house. The last time I saw that many wide open wide receivers is when we lost to Baltimore in the playoffs. Embarrassing and disheartening. Kyle Cockrell is loving life. Chris Duquette smashing it. One-Eyed Jack. A win is always good, especially when it ends the Jets' hopes. Did they have any hopes? Yeah, come on. Let's see. That was the other thing. Like, oh, the Jets have officially been. Really? Were they officially eliminated yesterday? Really? Really? Is that what we're doing? Gus 1388, Alexis Palenzuela, Jamie Zorria in San Jose, Bradley Maddox is watching in North Texas. Fans since 70. Still a chance possible if we run the table. Need Broncos to start losing. Bradley, why do you do that, bro? Why? Why do you do that, bro? Have you not learned? You're a Dolphins fan, bro. You follow a team that is a disaster. And that's what they are. And they're not making the playoffs. So, no. Okay? There's no possibility. It's over, my brother. Just, stop lying to yourself. Just enjoy individual things going on with the team from week to week. That's it. Collectively, it's dog shit. They ruined the season. Mike McDaniel ruined the season. Most Dolphins think we can do is win the next 3, control our playoff destiny against the Jets in week 17, and lay an egg in MetLife. I don't really. They already laid their egg, dude. It's over. Giovanni, Skylar Tipton, Brian Landis. Loved how I got bonus coverage at the beginning of overtime. They weren't airing the Finns game here in South Carolina. Won the coin toss, had a beautiful drive. Thank you, Tua and Janu. Tua has been amazing, man. Jay Slim is buying. You, sir, are very smart. That's all I can say, Jay Slim. Horn Dog, wow, Pop-Tart bowl. So disrespectful. You know, well, now wait a minute, Horn Dog. Those apple Pop-Tarts are good. Just saying. Not all Pop-Tarts are bad, okay? I remember when they added apple, that's when I went crazy. Because initially, I'm old enough that they didn't start off with apple Pop-Tarts. Okay, that came after. And when they did, that was good. That was good. Frankie says his Gators are going bowling. Chris Duquette, what time at Caneswear? I'll be there at 11 a.m. Tomorrow the show starts at 11 a.m. at Caneswear. Wednesday it'll be at noon, and Thursday it'll be at 3. Okay? And those are always the times we start at those places. So whenever we do a show at Caneswear, it always starts at 11 a.m. Whenever we do a show at Toyota of Hollywood, it's always at noon. And then at Hialeah Park, it's always at 3 because that's what the sponsors want. So then we're digital. We can adjust. But just so you'll know, that's when we'll be there at 11. Well, I mean, we'll get there a little earlier. Hell, Sean will be there from like 10 a.m. But I'll pull in like around 10:45. Something like that. Maybe 10:55 sometimes, Sean, right? 10:57. But I'll be there. I'll be there, that's for sure. Big O, do you recommend I spend $200+ on Brightline tickets to come meet you at the one and only Acura of Pembroke Pines? Damn. Ian. No. Buy $200 of Bitcoin. We'll meet another day, bro. We'll meet another day. No, I'm not worth it, bro. I'm not worth you taking the Brightline for $200. I am not worth it, my brother. And you know what? I'll be in Orlando soon for a concert, for some kind of thing, and I always talk about where I'm going. Everybody knows where I'm at because I always say it. So we'll meet when I go to Orlando or something, dude. Don't spend $200 on me. I am not worth it, bro. No. If you're coming down for the weekend and enjoy South Florida, and then I happen to be in the way of that, okay, that's great. I would love to meet you. But no, I would feel terrible, Ian, if you spent $200 to come meet me. I am not worth 2 pennies. So no, $200. Go to swan.com, go to Cash App, buy $200. Since you're willing to spend $200, okay, on me, spend it on you, $200, the Bitcoin. That's what I say. And then when we meet, we'll talk about how that $200 has grown like crazy, and we'll have a laugh. That's what we'll do, okay? And with the profits of the Bitcoin, okay, you buy me a drink. But I am not worth 2 pennies. So do not spend $200, man. That's and a lot of time. I'm not worth it. I appreciate you. I love you for that. Just for the thought of it, I love you, but I'm not worth it. I'm not worth it. We'll hang out another time, and you can check out any of the listeners that have met me and all that. We'll hang out, dude. We'll talk and all that another time, but no $200. No, I'm not worth it, bro. But I appreciate you immensely. Thank you so much. Giovanni picking on those delusional Dolphins. Captain Saki in Tarpon Springs. Oh, he says he's checking from the Florida Everglades. Nice. Lenny says, I have no confidence in this team to run the table. Of course not. Of course not. 2 cold weather games, Cleveland and New York. Yeah, no, of course. I'm with you, dude. Please. Doesn't matter. Even if they run the table, they're not making it. So it doesn't matter. Papa is in. Big O, yes, it feels like that, but this year my hopes were so high, but they didn't address the O-line properly, and injuries once again showing up heavily. Even with the way they are, this coach screwed up. They should have 5 more wins this team should have 5 more wins with a real coach. And we'll talk about that on this show today. Poor Bradley, poor Bradley, says Chris Duquette. Vincent Bruno, Juan Mendoza, the Dolphins are not winning out. Therefore, this is why Big O is saying our season was done when they lost to the Colts. That I already knew what they were. So, too many games. We lost because we were undisciplined, and our coach is a buffoon, says Juan Mendoza. LB, Big O with Canes and Fins always letting me down. I am glad I have the Panthers bringing me joy. P.S. Toaster strudels are the best. Then pop that. When you're right, you're right. Now, the strudel came out after. But you are correct. Once the strudel came out, you forgot about the Pop-Tart. Because of the icy shit on the Pop-Tart. You're like, no, I don't need that. The strudel doesn't have nearly as much. It's better. You got more apple. Yeah, I'm with you. No doubt. The strudel came out. When you're right, my brother. Yeah, that is the toaster strudel was just too much. Mr. Majestic says this was a dope win. I like it. Jay Gelfin says exciting wins for our Miami Dolphins, Heat, Panthers, and Fort Lauderdale United. Should be enough to get everybody to smash the like button. That's right. Smash it. Got only 45 likes and 120-some people watching. So let's go. Let's see. Manny, if they run the table, they are making it. Nah, they're not running the table. They're not making it. Juan Mendoza, you guys couldn't be more wrong. The Pop-Tart is superior to the strudel. Oh, no, Juan. No. You are very wrong there. Very wrong. The toaster strudel is superior to the Pop-Tart. It's not even close. And that apple strudel was just to die for. In fact, you have motivated me. I may go buy an apple strudel today in the supermarket. I haven't had an apple strudel in a long time. I may have to go strudeling. You people are forcing me to go strudeling. By the way, we do want to remind you that we'll be on Friday at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and they've got a hell of a sale going on at Acura Pembroke Pines. The idea, when Larry Schlossberg told me that they got 0.9% financing for 72 months on the ZDX, I was like, that's ridiculous. It's already like one of the hottest EVs out there as it is. 0.9% financing for 72 months. You need to go out there and try it yourself. Go take a test drive. It will freak you out. The power that thing has, you could get it for $449 a month right now. That is an amazing lease feature right now, and 0.9% financing for 72 months. That is awesome. The RDX, my wife has been driving one for 14, 15 years, beating the hell out of it. Well, right now you can get a 2025 for $399. They got them in stock for immediate delivery. The Integra, it is absolutely beautiful. $339 a month. They've got 3.9% financing for 60 months and no payments for 90 days. Go check out all the different models. The showroom is beautiful. The selection is second to none. The lot is overflowing with cars. If you own or lease an Acura, We got a service center led by Mike Chan and Jordan Ferber. Absolutely awesome. And a great place to hang out, relax, watch some television. Got a little cafeteria so you can get un pastelito or whatever it is, a soda or something. They got complimentary water for you. Got a refrigerator on the far left corner, and you'll see it there. If you're thirsty, you can get a complimentary bottle of water. They take care of you at Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. All right. Let's see. What up, Owen Sean? I called the game-winning TD Tua to Jonnu Smith. Well, it's a good call by you because, you know, they were barely using him in the entire game. They waited till the end. That McDaniel, he is a piece of work, bro. It's amazing. It really is. What else do we have here? Poll question: strudel or yeah? I think One-Eyed Jack is on to something there, Sean. Poll question: what's better, a Pop-Tart or a toaster strudel? Okay. Problem with that is, like, old people are the only ones that can vote on that, right? Do young people really eat strudels and Pop-Tarts anymore? Is that like a thing for them? I don't know. But I mean, we've got a crowd here that's got a little age too. So they'll be able to, you know, vote in. But I can't wait to vote for strudel. The thing is that the toaster strudel is not as popular as, you know, as the Pop-Tart is. The Pop-Tart is something that everybody's heard of. I'm not exactly sure everybody's had a toaster strudel. That's, you know, now that I'm thinking about it. And if you haven't had a toaster strudel, you haven't lived. Your life is incomplete. You haven't had a toaster strudel? What's wrong with you? That's the thing. So, now you change the subject. You go to Hot Pocket. What's wrong with you, Frankie? This is why you're a gator. These people aren't normal. You're not listening to the conversation. We're talking about, you know, a strudel and a Pop-Tart. Frankie. Anyway, linebacker says team strudel with that frosting on top. Let's go. If my grandma saw Pop-Tart, eso no es comida. True Fin Fan says, I never cared for either. I'm not a sweet guy at all. I'm raised on old school Cuban style, so if it isn't Cuban or Italian food, I don't care for it. Bro, Pop-Tart's chocolate fudge, you can't miss. Whew, don't give True Fin Fan that. That's what, don't give True Fin Fan a chocolate Pop-Tart. Oh, here we are. The poll question is up already. Voted for my strudel. Magnus says a toaster strudel requires toasting. That's why it's not as popular, but it's 20 times better than a Pop-Tart. There's no competition. When the strudel came out, it was like the bomb. Okay? Like you had to make sure, remember back when we were young, a trip to the supermarket was like going to, Play World. That's what it was. Same thing. You went with your parents because that was the only way you were going to get the sweets you wanted. If you tell them, oh, yeah, no, bring me something. Bro, you were lucky if you got anything. But if you went, there was pretty good opportunity you were going to finagle a few things because you would be a pain in the ass throughout the entire trip. Aisle to aisle, come on. You'd grab it, you'd show it to her, all that. All the negotiations. You know how it goes. So if you wanted your strudel, you got your ass in the car. You wanted those popsicles. You wanted those eclairs. You wanted those cookies. You got your ass in the car so you could go do the negotiating at the supermarket. Okay? Pop-Tarts are the Skylar Thompson of breakfast food. I love it. I love it. I prefer blackened mahi-mahi with a side of asparagus. Skylar, never had a strudel, to be honest. Pop-Tarts got me through high school, though. Oh, Skylar. You know, Skylar, your life is incomplete. You have not had a toaster strudel. That's just, it's not positive, bro. That's not good on you. You know what I mean? That's, you and True Fin Fan have failed. You guys haven't had a toaster strudel? You haven't lived life at all. Seriously. Let's see. No, we're not adding no croqueta to no poll, Frankie. What's wrong with you? Chocolate Pop-Tarts are fire, says Karoon. Skylar says, damn. Yeah, you got it. I'm telling you, Skylar, you haven't had a strudel. You haven't lived life, bro. You haven't lived life. Let's get to our 3A graphics and the amazing Alan Blanco custom printing and embroidery. Yesterday, the Dolphins survived in overtime. Beautiful drive to end that, to start and end overtime. Dolphins, as Tua hits Jonnu Smith for the game-winning touchdown, 32-26. Dolphins were favored by 6. They won by 6. Vegas is amazing. Dolphins will take on the Texans next Sunday, and the Texans are favored by 2.5. The over and under is 47. The Heat last night, they beat the Cavs 122-113. Miami improves to a robust 12-2. Yeah, 7-4 at home. Tyler Herro building up that trade value. 34 points, 5 of 9 from three-point range. They've got Toronto on Thursday at 7:30. Tonight, 8:15, the Bengals take on the Cowboys. What a shit show that is. 8:15 kickoff for that one. The Mets land Juan Soto to a 15-year, $765 million contract. He can opt out after the 5th year. No deferred money. Deal can exceed even $800 million. He will also get a $75 million bonus. The Canes, they are headed to Orlando for the Pop-Tart Bowl against Iowa State. So Keith Sims will be there December 28th in Orlando. Also, the Fort Lauderdale United defeated Spokane on Saturday 2-1. Saturday, they take on the Carolina Ascent FC in Davie at the Bankcard Field FC. At the Bankcard Field NSU, that is. I'm sorry. And what else do we have? And the Panthers defeated the Sharks 3-1 on Saturday. Cats now have won 5 of 6. Tuesday, late night for us. They're in Seattle to take on the Kraken. That is your 3A graphics sports calendar. All right. Oscar, I'll start adding college basketball in a couple of weeks when the football season ends, because then it becomes just too long. Because I got to add UM, I got to add Nova, I got to add, who else? Somebody, FAU. So if not, then the update's like 400 hours long, and I'm not going to do that. And college basketball right now is really not registering much. So, we'll wait a little bit, and I'll get it into the updates once we got football out of the way and stuff. Then we'll move on. Damn, Big O, you're bringing back my Woolworths with my mom memories. There you go. Little Woolworths. I like it. The strudel commercials in the German accent were fun, too. Oscar says, Big O, I'll be seeing you at the Pearl Jam concert at Hard Rock in April. Yes. I will be there, sir. I will be there. Big O, let's see. When they say strudel, I think of The Rock. Fill me in, Sean. Strudel, The Rock. What's the deal? I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm not a wrestling guy, so I got to go with the expert here. If there's something to that, I don't know.
He used it as a innuendo. Interviewer Lillian Garcia was looking at the people's strudel. So,
Okay.
He just used it as that.
Okay. All right. Let's see what else here. Morning. Oh, give me an apple strudel any day and twice on Sundays. That's how it goes. The votes right now, the strudel is leading the Pop-Tart 57-43. So looks like the majority for the moment are agreeing with yours truly of strudel over Pop-Tart. There's no doubt. Jesus, they should give Soto the whole team. Yeah, right. That guy, Steve Cohen, man, he's a maniac. Now, the interesting part about the Juan Soto sweepstakes, the Marlins were right in it, like right until the end. See, the problem with the Marlins deal, it was close. The Mets offered 15 years for $765 million. Now, the negotiations were tough. It was going back and forth between the Marlins and the Mets, Marlins, Mets. Problem is, there was a little bit of a difference here, okay? The Marlins were offering $765. And so the Mets just added millions instead of just dollars. And so that's where there was just a little bit of a difference. And Juan said, yeah, this is close. You guys are offering $765 for 15 days. They're offering $765 million for 15 years. God, I'm torn. I don't know where to go. And I don't know how he chose the Mets. I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, the deals were pretty close. 15 and 15, 765, 765. What's the big deal if one ends with an M and the other one ends with a D? I mean, that's just, there's not much of a difference there. If one says million, the other one just says dollars. But I'm pissed at Juan Soto. I just want you to know. He could have easily signed with the Marlins. The money was pretty much the same. What's the difference between an M and a D? It's just a couple letters. It's ridiculous. Juan Soto, you're an asshole, bro. You could have signed here with the Marlins. $765 for 15 days? Are you kidding me? I'm ready to retire with that kind of money. Terrible. Terrible, Juan Soto. You're a bad person, Juan Soto. Anyway, Lewis says, Orlando, have you tried a real German strudel from a German bakery with ice cream on top of the best, of course? I'm talking about eating that 3 years ago, not on my diet these days. No, I've never done that. Never done that. Never even been to a German bakery. Papa, I grew up in Little Havana. You think I'm going to find a German bakery? No, I'm going to go to La Milagrosa, right in the corner, and I'm going to go buy my apple strudel. You know what I mean? That's it. I'll bike over and get my strudel, or I go with Mom to Publix, right off of 37th Avenue and Flagler, right? Yeah, it was Flagler. And go get my strudel with my Jamaica Cola from Canada Dry. Best Coca-Cola in the history of time is Jamaica Cola from Canada Dry. And by the way, you people from Canada Dry, if you're watching this show right now, any executive right now from Canada Dry, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Why did you eliminate Jamaica Cola? Well, why? You had the best Coke product in the history of time, Jamaica Cola. If it's not broken, don't fix it, Canada Dry. That beautiful green bottle with the red-like label. Pull it up there for me, Sean. Jamaica Cola from Canada Dry. Show people a picture of it. See if there's got to be a picture on Google somewhere. Man, that was the best Coke. The best Coke out there, dude. Better than Coca-Cola. Yes. That was, so good. So good. And refundable. Get those 5 cents back, baby. Turn back that bottle, get 5 cents. That's right, kiddies. Some of us growing up, we would bike around, find bottles, go return them, and that's how we bought our pan de gloria. That's how we bought a pack of baseball cards, a Coke. We went and found a couple bottles. You get 5, maybe there were some that were 10 cents. Boy, when you found a bottle of 10 cents, that's when you hit it big. Like big. That paid for a pan de gloria right there. It's great. Oh. You know how it is. Some of you know what it was to work hard, drive around bike around the neighborhood, find some bottles, and then you get to go cash in from the ice cream man or at the grocery store. You treated yourself to something. Oh, that pack of baseball cards and then the gum. There we go. That's a can. I used to buy the bottle. Wow. Interesting. I never bought the can. Ever. I don't even think I ever saw the can. Maybe I did and I don't remember it. But it was a green bottle, the one that I used to drink and buy at Publix. A green bottle. Put Jamaica Cola green bottle. See if it comes up like that. Okay? Maybe it comes up like that. Jamaica Cola. Oh, you got to put Canada Dry also, bro. If you didn't put, I can't tell because it's so small, the font. But if you put Canada Dry, it should come out. Because if you just put Jamaica Cola, it might be a cola that's literally in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? There we go, Bubba. There we go. You might find it there. Is that the one in the top left corner? I can't tell if that's a green bottle or not. No, that's not it. It was a wider bottle, too. Because it was like a liter. That's interesting. There it is. It's like that bottle on the left, except it said it was a red and gold like logo, and it said Jamaica Cola, if I remember correctly. Yeah. How about that? It's so classic. It's even hard to find the picture of the real bottle. How screwed up is that? Man, that was so delicious. I bet most of you probably never even tried Jamaica Cola. Probably don't even know anything about it. I would think very few of you would know. Anthony Campos is in. Yeah, that middle bottle, that's exactly how the bottle used to look. That's the bottle right there, pretty much. And it said Jamaica Cola, although that one just says Canada Dry. Richard Ray says, Big O, I know we're not making it, but I can't help it. Been following the team since 1980, and I'm addicted to hopium. Don't judge me. No, I get it, dude. I get it, but they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. You found a whole bunch of different Canada Dry bottles, but not exactly the one that's screwed up, isn't it? Yeah. No, I don't really see the exact bottle that I used to buy. Oh, well. Anyway, Nothing beats Iromber. Stephen Baker says, I live in Tennessee. Never heard of Jamaica Cola. Our local favorite is Sundrop. Interesting. I know Pat in Asheville turned me on to one the other day. I just didn't like it. But it was also another different type of cola. But it's again, it's just one of those things. But the Jamaica Cola from Canada Dry was so good, man. God, that thing was so good. So good. You know who's also so good? Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayo. They are so good. 954-966-4646. Bankruptcy, homeowner property damage, condo damage, criminal defense, business owner claims, commercial litigation, personal injury. Listen, folks, maybe you don't know if you have a case or not. The consultation is completely free. So pick up the phone, call Jeff Welt, Daniel Rayo, tell them what happened to you, when it happened, how it happened, and they'll tell you if you have a case. No charge. Consultation is completely free. So give them a ring, 954-966-4646. They know how to crush these big insurance companies that are constantly trying to take advantage of us. All right? So call them, 954-966-4646. Speaking of insurance companies, by the way, of vicious, it went from 100 to 98.2 Bitcoin right now. Vicious dip. Did you Sean, did you see the pictures of the shooter of the healthcare guy? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the one in New York, right?
Huh?
The one in New York?
Yeah, the one in New York. You seen that, right?
Yeah, well, the ones that have been, I guess, posted online and things like that, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to let me see if I can find the damn pictures. I'm trying to find the damn pictures of it. Can you pull up the pictures that are there of the healthcare guy, of the shooter? Okay. Because I just wanted to bring something up to people there. There's two of them. Well, there's three now, not the one in the taxi cab, but the initial ones that they showed of him. There's one of them that I want to show people, okay? And then I want you to think about this. Okay, I want you to think about this and think about this really, really good. All right? Because I don't know what to make of this, but you tell me. Can you enlarge that one? Because that's the one I wanted to see. You nailed it. That's the one I wanted to see. Can you enlarge that one? Show people there? Okay. So let me ask you something. Where was Jake Gyllenhaal or whatever? Where was he that night? Huh? Where was Jake that night? Huh? Where was he? Flirting with the girl. Of course, Jake's going to pick up all the girls. Tell me that doesn't look like Jake Gyllenhaal or Gyllenhaal or whatever. How the hell is that pronounced? Right? There's a little Jake in him right there, bro. So somebody better find out where Jake was at that time. Okay? He might be moonlighting as a contract killer. By the way, is there any doubt that this guy's probably dead by now? Whoever hired him, they probably killed him now since a little bit of his face got out there. True FinFest says, I'm drinking una Materva right now. He's a psychopath, though, pure psychopath. Who, Jake Gyllenhaal? Telling you, bro. I mean, he's acting and he's killing on his off time. And I mean, this is Telling you. You know? Big O, have you heard how so many people in so many videos are celebrating? Oh, yeah. Well, bro, the whole thing with the healthcare industry, they screw so many people over. You pay all that stuff. What? I just talked to you about Welton Rayom. Okay? Our governor just passed laws that benefit the insurance companies. Look what's going on with all our condo owners. It's just like all the shit that's been going on. It's just like they favor all the powerful and the rich. So, yeah. Well, yeah. Whether it's United Healthcare or many other, they deny claims to people. And there are a lot of people that are really not sad about the guy getting killed. And it's terrible. I mean, when you see the bullets say, what is it? Deny. I forgot it was the 3 words that he put on each bullet thing. That's, yeah. I'm not surprised, but I screwing around here just to have some fun. Is it Gyllenhaal or whatever? You got to admit the guy has he looks a little bit like Jake Gyllenhaal in that one picture. The other one's not as much. That one picture is where he has a little bit of resemblance of it, which is kind of funny. Jamaica Cola discontinued in 1989. Yeah, no, I know it was back in the 80s, and I was so effing depressed, Anthony. What'd you do? Is that on Wikipedia somewhere? Did they Wikipedia that shit? God, I love Jamaica Cola. It was so good. So good. Oh. Man. Anyway, the run, look, I know that whether you're not happy with the coach like I am, whether you're not happy with the coach or the front office like a lot of you aren't, whether you're not happy only with the front office, whether you're not happy with Ross, the front office, and the head coach, and Tua, by the way, whatever it is, Dolph fans have all kinds of different gripes, but we all have gripes, right? Because that's all they give us every year. It's just frustrations after all of that. And as I've said many, 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 many times over, Tua for me is not even close to not even an issue, not a problem, not an issue, nothing. He's part of the solution. And you go look at his year this year, and the man completed 62.2% of his passes against the Jags. Then he did 68% against Buffalo in week 2. 68 is pretty damn good. That was the last time he would have a 60% completion percentage. Okay. After that, he would go on to have 73.7 against Arizona, 89.3 versus Buffalo, in Buffalo, by the way, 71.4 against the Rams, 77.8 against the Raiders, 72.5 against New England, 80.4 against Green Bay, and then 70.2 against the Jets last night or yesterday afternoon. The tear that he's been on and how he has played, 17 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. That is a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. That is just elite shit that he is doing. And yesterday he was dealing too at the same time. If you can actually build the team the way you're supposed to build it, with a real running game and a defense, that kid will be lights out. Lights out. It'll be unstoppable. But you got to have a balanced team. And if you're just going to depend on one guy, and he's not that kind of guy anyways, because he's not a running quarterback. He's not a big physical player. He's not going to do the shit that Josh Allen did yesterday. 3 touchdowns running, 3 touchdowns passing. That's not who he is. And they still lost. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a team game. Still got to do. Everybody else has got to do their jobs. You know, in the end, Marino used to put up all kinds of stats. Still a team game. He couldn't win big games, right? He doesn't have a lot of big moments because most of his big playoff moments are disasters. Not his fault, but it's a team game. But the tear that he is on, and he has a 73.8% completion percentage on the season. On the season, he is completing 73.8% of his passes. That's ridiculous. That's just stupid. It is so hard to do that. It is near impossible. And I know there's a lot of you out there that unfortunately don't understand the quarterback position, obviously, and you still don't appreciate this young man. Now, are you concerned about his injury history? Hell yeah, you should be from the day they drafted him. Now, should we be extremely concerned because he's dumb about it? Yeah. Yesterday in the stadium, people were screaming, slide, slide, before he slid. That's how bad it is. So that's the part that, as I've said before, he has left us now in a position where we can't trust him because he's a maniac. He will do whatever it takes to win, and he'll sacrifice his body, which is stupid on his part, but he'll do it. Yesterday, he didn't. And he's been untouched virtually. You know, that was just like, he could play like that all the time. But it's up to him. If he wants to do this long-term, then you can have him for long-term purposes. If he wants to play stupid, then you got to look to replace him right away. Those are the facts. You know? Because he's going to be out of football soon if he tries to play the other way. Now, if he wants to play the way he's played the last couple of weeks, and especially yesterday when you saw him slide, he can play forever. But he is not even close to the problems that this team has. And the stuff that he is doing is just no quarterback in Dolphin history can do stuff like this. Marino and Greasy, only Hall of Famers. Outside of that, most quarterbacks can't do what he's doing right now, especially with that coach on the sidelines, which Tua has to be, you know, the eraser for that guy constantly. It's crazy, but man, that the tear that he is on, that from week 3 on, he has been at over 70% every single week. He's hitting 80% twice this year. 89.3 against Buffalo and 80.4 against Green Bay. That's pretty exceptional against two really good teams. And 5 weeks of 70+ completion percentage. That's absolutely ridiculous on his part. If you could actually bring the coaching up to standard, you might have something here. You might have something here. But at the moment, you're ruining very good quarterback play with that coach here. Anyway, Pat in Nashville. Oh, if you can find it, try Red Rock Cola. It is a better version of Coke. It started a year before Coke in Atlanta. Okay. Is that like is it on Amazon? Let me see if it's on Amazon, because that's where you could sometimes find all kinds of stuff. Red Rock Cola. Yeah, they have it here. They have it here. But I have to spend $75 for 24 glass bottles. Oh, here we go. Red Rock Cola Retro Rust Metal sign. Damn it. Yeah, it's a little expensive for me to just try it, and I may not even like it. So I don't know. They're even selling me RC Cola here. That's funny. That's funny. All right. You know what? Next time I go to Atlanta, I'll go try it in Atlanta. That's what I'll do. That's it. I know eventually I'll be in Atlanta for something. So yeah, probably a concert. The E dude says Dolphins have a reprieve for another week. A past his prime quarterback had his best outing this season. Jets defense is just as bad as the Dolphins. Could get ugly next week. Dude, I'm just going through the motions, bro. I'll just watch every week until the season ends in 4 weeks. The season will end. The season has already ended for the Dolphins. They're just going through the motions. I'm not going to sit here and try to convince myself or hope for playoffs and all that kind of stuff. And besides, what is this team going to do in the playoffs with that coach? Nothing. You know, I'm not setting myself up for that stuff. Big O, have you tried cola champagne? They have it at Jamaica and Spanish restaurants. Nope, I have not. Don't know about it. It says Publix and Walmart carries it. Not sure in Miami, though. Yeah, right. Well, that's the whole thing. Yeah, I'll check it out. Do you think the Finns can beat the Texans? Yeah. Dude, the Finns can beat everybody on their schedule. Will they? That's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? The good thing is the Texans aren't that good. That's the beauty of it. All right, so let's talk about this. Okay. You see the Dolphins now at 6-7. Clearly, I'll tell you that this season is lost, and Mike McDaniel has been the main culprit on why you are what you are, because he is constantly unprepared. His teams are always making mistakes. He's not a very good game day coach. You guys have watched it already for 3 years. Okay. And you've ruined the window for these players. You could have been much better this year, better last year, better the first year, but he wasn't ready to be a coordinator, much less a head coach. And he's doing both, which is sad. So you've got another year of a window with these players, and then it's tear down city, and you got to do all kinds of shit to kind of change it up. Okay. I know they may bring everybody back, and I'll be happy with the front office side, obviously, but not on the head coaching side, as you all know. And we've all talked about Mike Vrabel. Okay. And as one of our listeners pointed out yesterday on Twitter when Vrabel was being talked about, he said, hey, man, other teams are going to want him too, which is very true. So Miami isn't really going to be the team that's going to be the lead dog. Let's say if they wanted Vrabel, if they were going to make a head coaching change, if they were looking for a new coach, if Mike Vrabel was available, would he even consider Miami, considering how dysfunctional and how things have not worked out here for 40 years for everyone? It was screwed up and dysfunctional under Shula down the stretch, and it's been like that ever since. Sorry, but that's just kind of the way it looks, unfortunately. Because when you have that guy on the sidelines, it's dysfunction at its finest, by the way. So Mike Vrabel is the obvious one that I would love, that a lot of you would love, and all of that. I'm going to give you another guy that you know very well. And I was having fun with this last week. I'm not doing this for fun. Okay. Yesterday, the New Orleans Saints defeated the Giants. Not that the Giants are anything special, but they defeated them 14-11. Darren Rizzi, former special teams coach of the Miami Dolphins, is 3-1. His punter, Matthew Hayball, apparently did not do his job punting and had a return for a touchdown. Now, there was a penalty, and they called back the touchdown, so they were fortunate. Darren Rizzi was not necessarily happy with this. And I'm going to show you now. Make sure that is down. And here's Darren Rizzi when his punter comes off the sidelines. Okay? No. If I'm gonna take a chance on a new coach and I can't get Vrabel, maybe I want to bring Darren Rizzi back. Why not? Maybe I want to bring Darren Rizzi back. That would be good. Would he mesh well with Tua? I don't know. Why wouldn't he? Not exactly sure. What weak point do you want to make, Corso? He played for Saban. Not sure. What does that mean? Not sure. What does that mean, Corso? Well, what kind of stupid point are you trying to make? Tua's not tough enough to play for Darren Rizzi or something? Are any of you still questioning Tua's toughness and mental toughness and all that? Is his body like a durable body? No, that we all know. But like his fearlessness, his courage, his toughness, his mental toughness. What? It's at the highest level that exists. Not sure. What's your point, Corso? Really want to know what your point is. Because I really want to know where you're coming from. Really want to know this one. So please enlighten me on that one. Would he mesh well with Tua? Please enlighten me, my brother. I want to know. No, I'm just saying we had a coach like that with Flores. And what? And what? Flores learned that he won with Tua and lost without him. And what? The guy won more than he lost, threw more touchdowns than interceptions with a guy that hated him, told him he hated him, told him he didn't want him, and he still won more than he lost. What the fuck are you talking about, Corso? What the fuck are you talking about? Please explain to me, what the fuck are you talking about? Brother, you're like on 5 times secret double probation. If I was you, I wouldn't comment on one goddamn thing again. Are we clear on that? If I was you, I'd shut the fuck up and watch the show and listen and don't say a goddamn thing ever again. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Jesus Christ, dude. Some of you people, you see things happen in front of you and you still can't figure out what happened. You still can't figure out this kid. Wow. Strudel still leading, by the way, 57-43. By the way, once they fire Mike McDaniel, which they should, could he end up with the Eagles? I'm just saying, because Kellen Moore has been coaching well, right? Their offense has kind of turned around. The Dallas Cowboys could be firing their head coach. Kellen Moore used to be the offensive coordinator there. And so now that he's helped turn things around offensively with Philadelphia, is there any chance that they end up losing Kellen Moore this offseason? They need an offensive coordinator. Miami has hired Mike Vrabel or Darren Rizzi, fired Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel is out there. All of a sudden, Mike McDaniel goes to the Eagles as an offensive coordinator. Kellen Moore, Saquon Barkley revived the Eagles offense, struggled last year under Brian Johnson. This season, Philadelphia ranks third in total offense at 377 yards, first in rushing at 188, eighth in points. Jalen Hurts has rebounded after throwing 4 touchdowns and scoring another 12 on the ground. He's thrown just 5 interceptions, and the Eagles have built a 10-2 record heading into Week 14 against the Panthers. That was this past week. Coming up. So Eagles offense performing at an elite level. Could Moore become an attractive head coaching candidate after this season? So if you fire the dude in Dallas and they bring back Kellen Moore, who was the old coordinator there, to be the head coach, right? They lose their offensive coordinator. They need one. Do they hire Mike McDaniel? Are they dumb enough to hire Mike McDaniel? It's just wishful thinking for me. That's all. Just wishful thinking for me. Remember, if you want to make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation also on the show. And you can also make a PayPal donation too. It's another way that you can support the show. You can send in your questions, comments, insults, or dumb comments like Corso Travin did. Stupid comments. Let's see, what else do we want? Big O for head coach. No. Christina says, bro, I'm crying. Corso wants to rethink his life now. Don't mention Pop-Tarts, Corso. He might ban you. Geez, tell me how you really feel. Oh, I think I just told you. If you say something stupid, I'm just going to call your ass out. I don't give a shit who you are, bro. I really don't. Oh, I've been doing this for too long, put up with too much shit. And some of you just say some stupid shit and you kind of need your cages rattled a little bit, you know? So that way, maybe you learn your lesson, and Corso, maybe you won't go in public saying stupid shit. So, that's the good thing. Any OC worth a damn can figure out how to operate the Eagles offense. Maybe Mike McDaniel, you think? He might. I think Mike McDaniel could go there and screw that up too. Dolphins says, I don't want to become a prisoner of the moment, but it was a great win against a longtime rival in overtime. Hopefully the Fins continue to move in the right direction. Dolphin, it was a shit win against a shitty opponent that you had 10 days to prepare for. You're better, and you needed overtime to beat them. There's nothing great about what happened yesterday. Nothing. Okay? The fact you had 10 days to prepare for one of the worst teams in the NFL, and you needed overtime, and you had to come back from a deficit to then also beat them in overtime. Dude, there's nothing good about what you saw yesterday. Nothing. Okay? Zero. Zilch. That's like waiting till the end of the game to start using Jonnu Smith. That's like, once again, abandoning the run. You won the game without a running game. So you put a way more pressure on your passing game. And by the way, your defense was dog shit until the end when they actually made a couple of stops. That kind of helped them out and allowed the offense to get back in. I'm not sure what you're watching, my brother, but it sounds to me like you didn't live when the Dolphins were actually really good and exceptional and great and perfection and all kinds of different things that used to go on back in the 70s and early 80s. Unfortunately, you did not live that time, so I guess you don't know what a higher standard is. But what I watched yesterday, I was just happy they won. That's it. They get nothing on style points or great. The adjective great should not be used anywhere near that. Great win? The Dolphins haven't had a great win in decades. They haven't been in anything that matters in so long, and they haven't won those kind of games that mattered in so long. Those are the moments that are great, my friend. Yesterday, there was nothing great about yesterday. J.M. Pearson says Brian Johnson was the OC for the Eagles. I thought he was the lead singer for AC/DC. No wonder he was fired. Oh, J.M. Pearson, you know why he struggled? He couldn't hear. Problem on the headsets. Let's see what else. Thank you, Christina. Stephen Baker, if we only win 2 games left, let it be against the Amen, Stephen Baker. If they can only win 2 games, it's got to be the 2 Jet games. I'm with you there. John Padilla is in San Francisco. What's the name of that bar? Since you live in San Francisco, I lived in Tiburon. What was the name of the bar at the end of the island there in Tiburon that has all the the whole deck out and you can look out into the bay? What was it, like Sam's or something? What was the name of that place? I loved their burgers. I used to go there all the time. Obviously, we're living on Tiburon. That was the place to go to. But what was the name of that place? Since you live in San Francisco, John, do you know the bar I'm talking about right at the end of the thing where Tiburon is at? God, what's the name of that place? One day when I go back to San Francisco, I'm going to go there just for the hell of it, just for old time's sake. Because when I lived there, that was one of the things I loved. One of my favorite things about living in San Francisco, coming into the city in the morning, the fog would cover the entire San Francisco Bay. You wouldn't even be able to see Alcatraz, right? But then the clouds were right under the city skyline. So it looked like the city was floating above the clouds. And it was the coolest thing in the morning driving into the city when the fog hadn't faded away yet, hadn't dissipated. And you would see the San Francisco Bay was disappeared. And you're going right across the Golden Gate and you're looking into San Francisco and it's floating on top of clouds. It's I got to tell you, Northern California is God's country. Northern California is supremely beautiful. All over the place. God, Northern California is amazing. Yes, sir.
Sam's Anchor Cafe.
Sam's Anchor Cafe. Did I say Sam's?
Yeah.
I did say, right?
Yes, you did, yeah.
Okay, so, wow, I still remembered it. Sam's Anchor Cafe. That's it. Would you look it up or something? Okay, thank you. Wow. Yeah. God, I love that place. So cool. And then there's one in Tiburon. I'm sorry, in Sausalito, which when you get out of San Francisco and you go through the Golden Gate Bridge, the first island is Sausalito. The second island that I lived on is Tiburon. And Sausalito, they're at the end of the street of Sausalito, when you go all the way to the end of the island, which is out, right on the bay. I think it's called the End of the Street Bar or something like that. And it's actually really cool. If you go there like late in the afternoon to early evening, you will have the Golden Gate, and then you'll have the mountains to the right of it. And it's so cool because from the other side of the bay is where the fog comes and then lays into the bay right in front of San Francisco. And when it comes over the mountain, you'll see the fog creeping down the mountain towards you. It's actually really, really freaking cool. You know, it's one of those things that if you could go, it's called the End of the Street Bar or Dead End Street Bar or something like that in South Philly. Go ahead, Sean, look it up. And Dead End Street Bar, End of the Street Bar. I don't know, something like that. Some crap like that. But it's like a really cool thing if you ever get an opportunity to do that. Big O, how do you think the Yankees are feeling this morning? Like a fifth inning. Like the fifth inning hasn't ended. That's all. It's kind of like since George Steinbrenner passed away, it's been a really long fifth inning for the Yankees. They choke at everything now. They don't really accomplish it. They don't get over the hump now. You know, it's hard to live up to that old man. There's only one George Steinbrenner, and you can hate him all the hell you want. And I'm not a Yankees fan. I don't pull for the Yankees or anything like that. That was a bad son of a bitch. That was a bad mofo, bro. He found ways to get it done. And you know, if Steinbrenner was around, they would have won another championship or two easily. Easily. When you have the drive that George Steinbrenner had, and he wasn't cheating or anything, those were the rules. He played by the rules. The Dodgers are playing by the rules. Red Sox, Mets, they're all playing by the rules. That's the difference. And if you're a Yankees fan, the missing ingredient and element to that franchise is the guy at the top. His sons, they're not him. And George Steinbrenner demanded respect, demanded performance, demanded results. That's just the way it went. And you knew if you worked for him, there was only one result that was going to satisfy him. And there wasn't going to be a soft approach to any of that. And that's the edge that the Yankees have lost. You know, just watch the way Thurman Munson played, or Derek Jeter played, or Reggie Jackson played, or whatever any Yankee at any time, and just watch under that man the fire that those people played with, because the fire was burning at the top. Didn't matter who it was. You know, you could be as passionate as you wanted to be about it. The guy that owned the team was way more passionate than you were. Can't beat that shit, dude. You can hate him all you want, dude. You can hate him all you want. And lots of people hated him. But every one of us would love to have him as an owner, because he didn't give a shit about anything but winning. And he was truly disappointed if he was in second place. Think about the Yankees losing out to Juan Soto with Steinbrenner around. What do you think the next day in the offices are going to be like around Steinbrenner? What do you think the next month is going to be like hanging around George Steinbrenner? It ain't going to be fun. And it's going to keep everybody on an edge like, oh, shit, the old man's pissed. We better make up for this. Well, how do we make up for I don't know, but we better find a way. There's a difference, dude. When you have a guy like that, it commands a whole level of respect, and you get results. And that's what he got. Yes, sir.
No, I was going to add also they lost him to the Mets in New York.
Yeah. Steinbrenner was one and only, man. One and only. You got to give him his props. An asshole that got results. I'm not sure what bar I'm on the hills. I see the city and the bay. Sam's Anchor Cafe. Yes, that elite. I love that place. A few too many Dolphin fans act like we won the Super Bowl yesterday. We beat a 3-9 team for crying out loud. Take the rose-colored glasses off. No, bro, and it took 10 days? You had 10 days to prepare for that. It's terrible. Well, they will be in salary cap hell in 2 years. Next year, they'll be in like a tight cap thing, but they can get through it. It's the following year when really everything really starts to hit the fan. So, yeah. Well, I told you guys this 2 years ago, and I told you this past offseason, while they're, this is going to be a cap crisis, and Omar was saying, I'm like, no, dude, they'll be fine. They'll get through all this. And they'll be able to do it again next year. But after that, they're going to have to pay the piper. So, yeah, it'll be bad. It'll be bad. Dougie Fresh says, I lived in Oakland for years. In one day, you could go surfing, see whales, snow ski, check out Redwood Forest, and some of the hottest women in the U.S. Yeah, no, Northern California is amazing. It's freaking amazing. Yeah. I lived there for a short time, and, this was back in the 90s. But, man, what a beautiful place. What a beautiful place. Yes, sir.
The only thing I can come up with is No Name Bar.
I think that's it. Yes. It is. It's the No Name Bar, not Dead End. No Name. That's it. That's the name. The No Name Bar. That's it, dude. Nice job by you. That's the one in South Salito to hit. Late in the afternoon, early evening, and then watch the fog come down the mountain. And it's really freaking cool. Creepy, cool, interesting, whatever you want to call it, that kind of stuff. But yeah, you'll start thinking about The Fog, the movie, that kind of stuff. It'll even, unfortunately, Adrian Barbeau is not going to show up. Anyway, let's see. Ross knows what he's doing. He's only had 5 different head coaches in his 16 or 17 years of ownership. Aquavision, Big O, isn't Jerry Jones similar to Steinbrenner's hands? No. Yeah, it is a hands-on approach, but it's a different kind of hands-on approach. It's one that got results. That's the difference. Okay? That's the huge difference. He gets results. Jerry gets no results. Big O, should Cam Ward play in that bowl game? No. Stupid. It's ridiculous. No. And I'm not even sure he will. He says that now, but eventually, as they start preparing, maybe in the next week or two, and he hires an agent and all that kind of stuff, he might reassess that whole thing. But I would say to Cam Ward, okay, young man, you got a lot on the line. You need to use this off time to work on your game and get ready for the pros. The Pop-Tart Bowl is going to do nothing for you. In fact, it might hurt you more than even help you. The Pop-Tart Bowl is not going to elevate his draft status in any way, shape, or form. So if I'm him, if he can go to the Senior Bowl, then yes, that will help you out. Because there you're with all the NFL teams. You're being coached by an NFL staff. So now you've got a way of really showing off. Playing Iowa State does nothing for his resume whatsoever. You know what I mean? Plus, he's part of a mediocre coaching staff, which, Frankie, that doesn't help you. That could hurt you even more. So, no. It's the dumbest thing in the world for him to play in that bowl game. Makes no sense. Okay? At least when Fagan and McGahee got injured, they were playing in big-time bowl games at that moment. This is the Pop-Tart Bowl, dude. This is garbage. So, yeah, no. It makes zero sense for him to play. It's dumb. It's not really a smart move on his part. Big O, remember someone on the chat board says that the QB is the ultimate eraser. Still can't get over that. Yeah. The QB can help you, but he can't erase everything. It's just not basketball. You know, if Darren Rizzi knows how to bring a coaching staff and be a competent game day coach, bring him in. Well, you won't find that out until you get it done. But from what I've seen, everything I've seen from Darren Rizzi is competent. And he's been at it for a while. Remember, he was a special teams coach in New Orleans. Then a couple years later, he was named assistant head coach. And now when they fired the coach, he's now the interim head coach. I think Darren Rizzi is as ready as it'll get to be a head coach. And he's bounced around. He's been on several teams, so he knows a lot of coaches. I think Darren Rizzi would be a guy that if I can't get Mike Vrabel, okay, let's be clear now. If I cannot get Mike Vrabel, I would certainly go get Darren Rizzi. Yeah. I like it. Plus, he probably knows our problems because he was here. And maybe he can help change what we've been for 40 years, unfortunately. Soft. Let's see. I'll be at the No Name Bar in 2 weeks before Christmas. My favorite city in the Bay over there, Sausalito. Okay, good for you. Wow. Dude, take some video or pictures and post it on our Twitter page. You know, that'll be cool. I'd love to see that. I haven't been there in so long. I'd love to go back and take the wife. That'd be pretty cool. Ho Yoon, thank you, sir. Remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can also make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which we always appreciate that. Thank you all out there, as always. Oh, and by the way, you can also make a donation through PayPal, too, which is a beautiful thing. And you can send in your questions and comments and all kinds of good stuff. By the way, we are at 98,000 right now, Bitcoin. 98,000. What else? Cam Ward has more to lose by playing in the bowl game. A lot more to lose. A lot more. No name NFL wide receiver fighting people at a marina. No name. Are you talking about like, is this like Tyreek or is this like somebody else or is this something new in the news or something? You're confusing me on that one there, Dougie Fresh. And normally you're throwing jokes all the time. So I don't know. Thoughts on Jay-Z? I don't know what's going on, bro. You know, the minor or adult now, but made the accusation. All it is an accusation. So the way Jay-Z came out against it, which for those of you that don't know, you know, Jay-Z basically denied it, challenged them to go after him criminally instead of what's that called? Not the criminal one, but the other one. What's the name of that? Damn it. Shit. Go ahead.
Civil.
He said to go after him criminally instead of civilly. And he was saying, like, you know, this civil thing is just to kind of embarrass you and make you into pain to keep people quiet. But he doesn't want to do that. So, and for those of you that don't know, let me read the story for you. Sean Carter, Jay-Z, is facing new allegations that he raped a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. In the lawsuit, an anonymous accuser identified as Jane Doe claimed that the assault occurred during an MTV Music Video Awards after party. The lawsuit was originally filed in October, listing Diddy as the defendant. On Sunday, the lawsuit refiled to include Jay-Z. It is among several suits accusing Diddy of assault and rape, recently filed by Texas-based attorney Tony Busby. Jay-Z vehemently denied the allegations. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Jay-Z said. That's strong. Okay? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. That's Jay-Z's quote. So my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from Tony Busby. What he calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would want to make me settle. The statement reads, "No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny." Now, here's the key to all of this. There was a third star supposedly witnessing everything. So Jane Doe needs to name who that star is. And that star needs to come forward. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to corroborate the story. If not, there's nothing to this story. So you got to have proof. We're 25 years. We're a quarter century removed from it. You got to have proof. It cannot just be allegations. Do I think Diddy is the only one guilty? No, I'm pretty sure other people, maybe even Jay-Z, are guilty. But in this case right now, the way it stands, this young lady is going to need real proof to corroborate the story. It cannot be simply just allegations. So I'm not going to say, oh, Jay-Z's dirty and he's guilty or whatever, because there's no proof. And so we kind of need somebody to corroborate her story. Whether it's the limo driver that said you look like the kind of girl that Diddy likes and all that kind of stuff, whether it's the star that was in the room allegedly watching this happen, which, by the way, that person also is a criminal because you're watching a crime take place and you did nothing about it. There's a lot of, but if you're going to come forward like this, and I'm talking about the young lady, you got to have the proof. You got to have the proof. So can't do anything right now. Like none of us can. We really don't know what's what, because we all know there's tons of gold diggers, and we also know that Diddy and company did a lot of dirty shit. But you got to have the proof. And I know the authorities apparently confiscated videos and stuff like that. That's the stuff they're going to need to really nail him. The stuff that actually is real proof. Big O, isn't Tony Busby the same lawyer that went after Deshaun Watson? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big O Shador Sanders says he's playing in the bowl game for Colorado. Yeah, but that's the dad shit. So that's a whole different ball game. Your blood is involved there. You know what I mean? Like the kid is phenomenal. Shador, shit, man, he's awesome. Dion did a good job with him, and his mom, obviously. They did a really good job with him because he's about family, man. Kid went to Jackson State and followed his dad here, and he stayed for his senior year, and he's going to play in the bowl game, and he's helping set the standard there. And that's so important that the best player on the team is setting the standard. You know what I mean? And Dion's old school in that sense. So it's a little different there, that case there. If I'm Cam, you're a mercenary anyway, dude. You're here for a year. You're a hit and run dude. You came here to try to better your stock. Well, you did it. This doesn't better your stock. The other thing with Shador and Dion, that's blood. It means something to Shador to leave a legacy in Colorado and help his dad. You understand? It's a little, blood is thicker than water. That's it. It's what it is. So it's a different situation, different scenario. Should he play? No, he shouldn't either. He's the number one pick in the draft. But hey, it is what it is. I've read that Jay-Z. I've read the Jay-Z facts. There is definitely reasonable doubt. There's no facts. You have no facts, dude. There's no facts. You haven't read anything, my brother. You got it, Magnus? You're as full of shit. You're probably so full of shit, your eyes are brown. Okay? There's no proof. Nothing. Right now, it's only he said, she said. That's it. Until somebody corroborates the story, the limo driver, the third star, or whatever, there's nothing here whatsoever. You haven't read a damn thing. Okay, dude? You haven't read a damn thing. Because I've read everything that there is there, and there's nothing. It's just he said, she said. That's it. So until you have real proof, nothing. Jack. Jay-Z doesn't want Tupac back. He wants Johnny Cochran. Big O, Jay-Z's first album is called Reasonable Doubt. There you go. And he's going to put out the Reasonable Doubt. She needs proof, dude. She needs proof. And when she gets that, then she's got everything she needs. And, now you can really bring down Jay-Z. But at the moment, nothing. Nothing. It's he said, she said. We need real proof. Get that third star. And by the way, that third star will need immunity from the police before they come forward. If it's true. If it's true, that third star has to then get a lawyer, and then the lawyer has to say, well, we can help out in helping you get Diddy, but you've got to give this person full immunity because they had no idea what was going to happen, and they got caught up in the middle of it, and before they knew it, this was, that kind of shit needs to go on. Again, if there's any proof, if there's any truth to it. Okay. What else do we have going on besides our Dolphins beating the Jets, the Heat beating the Cavs? And again, don't be prisoner in the moment with me, a la Jimmy Butler, a la X, a la Tyreek. Okay, we've gone it over the last couple of years. We've done this 3 times. And those of you that went against me, you lost. Those of you that didn't think I was right, you're wrong, right? And I told you, trade X after the 10 interceptions, right? I told you, don't re-sign Butler. I told you, Don't give Tyreek that guaranteed money. Okay? Right on all of them. Tyler Herro, last night against Cleveland, 34 points, 5 of 9 shooting from three-point range, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Build up that value, kid. Build it up. Let's go. Pat Riley, you paying attention? February rolls around. This kid somehow stays healthy and is still kicking ass. Trade him. Trade him before he breaks down again. He might still break down. It's only December. He might break down in January. I mean, that's what he does. But if somehow he can stay on one piece and give you more of these nights, you might have somebody that might be willing to give up some stuff. So get ready, okay? Heat, Miami Dolphins. Twice I've warned you about getting off the gravy train at the right time. You already screwed up giving him that long-term deal that I told you shouldn't have. But now you got a shot to get out of this deal. Do it if you get the opportunity. Do it. Get off the damn deal. Whew. By the way, when we look at the Miami Dolphins season, is it a successful one? Probably not, right? Because you expected more. So let's ask you again now. Is the hurricane season a successful one? No, right? Because you ended up in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Think about this, okay? 3 years in, Dan Lanning goes 10-3, 12-2, and 13-0. He gets a good program and makes it better. He's the number 1 team in the country. He's won both his bowl games. He's 35-5, 24-3 in 2 conferences. And he won the Big Ten, not the Pac-12. Mario Cristobal is 22-15, 12-12 in a crappy conference. 5-7, 7-6, 10-2. And he's hoping he can win a bowl game. Because Miami hasn't won a bowl game in forever. If you're part of the administration, if you're part of the boosters, and you've provided all this money and all these resources, and you're getting the Pop-Tart Bowl out of all of this, it's pretty bad, dude. It's pretty bad. I mean, with Mike McDaniel, he's in the NFL. I look at Mario Cristobal, and dude, you're in the ACC. You're not in a tough conference. And, you know, you've improved your recruiting. You had a Heisman Trophy candidate at quarterback. And you couldn't even get into the conference game. Hell, you couldn't get into the playoffs. 2 of the teams in front of you in your own conference made it into the playoffs. You couldn't make it to the conference game. You couldn't win the conference game. You couldn't get into the playoffs. You ended up in the Pop-Tart Bowl. These next 2 years for Mario, because he's already losing people. There's a lot of my friends that they have given up on Mario. And by the way, I've told all of them, I get it. I get it, because I'm so disappointed with Mario on game days. You know, I know he's exceptional everywhere else, but on game days, God, I can't say I'm impressed. You know what I mean? And I understand the people that have given up on the guy. But I just, when you put the entire equation together, he's had resources no head coach has ever had. He's got an NIL that is freaking awesome. And dude, you can't even make it to the ACC championship game? You're in your third year already. You've had an opportunity to turn over your roster and nothing. The Pop-Tart Bowl, dude. The Pop-Tart Bowl. It's pretty embarrassing for the Canes, I got to say. Really embarrassing. Oh, man. Anyway. Yes, sir. Oh, look at you. You found it, you son of a bitch. There's the green bottle. There's the red label.
Oh, this is straight up Gus. He sent it to us via X. I put it up. I did not find it. Gus found it.
Son of a bitch. Gus 1388 is just amazing, dude. He's constant. He's all over the place. Way to go, Gus. Love it. That's it, dude. God, I lived for that. That was so good. So good, Canada Dry. Damn it. Can't believe they eliminated that years ago. Decades ago. My favorite. Miss you. Miss you. Miss you, Jamaica Cola. Big time. David Pridham says, how bad must the Channing Tyndale pick be? He can't see the field other than special teams in retrospect. Greer draft since 2008 grades. And again, when you change coaches and schemes, then players don't fit. And it just becomes a huge problem for you. Look, Wilkins is a hell of a player, but the money he was asking for, he's not worth it. It's kind of the way it goes. Sometimes they'll work for you, and the worst thing that they've done is the constant changing of coaches, because it does not allow you to keep the same kind of players. You have to change players because you change schemes, and then it requires different skill sets, and that has set them back too. So yeah, it's been a problem, no doubt about it. Big O, that Juan Soto deal sounds like the Bobby Bonilla deal. Insane. Yeah, but no deferred money. There is no deferred money on that deal. Like, you know, the what's it called? The dude from the Dodgers. What's his name, bro? Ohtani. There's a ton of deferred money. Most of it is all deferred. He's making very little right now. Zero deferred, bro. In fact, in the 5th year, he can opt out. Yeah. It could actually go. He can actually, I think if he decides to opt out, I think the average goes up also. And the contract goes from $750, I believe, to like $800 million. Or something like that. It's crazy. Yeah. Insane. Canes are such choke artists. Same crap for 20 years. Yeah, that's true, Dolphin. That is very true. Big O, what's wrong with the Pop-Tart Bowl? That's exactly it. It's not the apple strudel bowl. If it's the toaster strudel bowl, then it would be good. But a Pop-Tart bowl? Nah. Toaster strudel bowl. Now that is the shit. Jamaica Cola. Is it any good with rum? Oh, I have no idea. I was drinking it when I was a kid, bro. I wasn't drinking alcohol at that moment with it. I was just drinking straight up Jamaica Cola. It's just so delicious. What a shame. They eliminated my Jamaica Cola years ago. So it was a crime that they did that to this little kid, eliminating the Jamaica Cola. It's just it's not right. It's not right. It's not rhyming. It's not right. All right, let's get to a little music history and music news, because we do have some music news also going on over the weekend. All right, first of all, let's start off with musicians born on this date on December 9th. Frank Wright III, Trey Cool, drums on Green Day. He replaced the former band's drummer John Kilfmeyer in 1990. He was born in 1972. Zach Foley, bassist for EMF. Ow! Born in 1970. Jacob Dylan, the son of Bob Dylan and the Wallflowers, born on this date in 1969. Brian Bell, singer, songwriter for Weezer, born on this date in 1968. Paul H. Landers, rhythm guitarist for the German rock band Rammstein, born in 1964. Nick Seymour, bassist for Crowded House, born in 1958 on this date. Donny Osmond, and they call it Puppy Love. Donny Osmond, born in 1957 on this date. Let's see who else. Jack Sonny, guitarist for Dire Straits, born on this date in 1954. Joan Armatrading, singer-songwriter, guitarist, born on this date in 1950. Walter Orange, drummer, vocalist for the American funk soul band, the Commodores, on the night shift. Who else? Dennis Dunaway, bassist with the Alice Cooper Band. He also co-wrote some of the band's most notable songs, 18 and School's Out for the Summer. He was born in 1946. Who else? It's a hell of a list today, man. Hell of a list. Sam Strain from the OJs. Get on that love train. 1941. And that is it for musicians born on this date. Let's go with birthdays. Other famous folk celebrating birthdays today. We start off with Nico Parker, movie actress. She is 20. Who else? Kelly Oubre Jr., basketball player, is 29. Kurt. Oh, no. Judi Dench, actress, is 90. Kirk Douglas, we lost him in 2020, born in this date in 1916. Simon Helberg, TV actor, 45. Michaela Maroney, she is 29, the gymnast. Brian Bell, guitarist, 56. Who else? Felicity Huffman, when she's not trying to get her daughter into a school illegally, she's celebrating a birthday today at 62. John Malkovich is 71, the movie actor. That is famous folk. Sean, do you have any wrestlers born on this date?
Yes, we do. Taylor Vaughn turns 54, and the man who won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck, Kurt Angle. He turns 56. Those are your birthdays for December 9th, 2024.
There you go. All right, a couple wrestlers. December 9th, let's start off with a little music history. What happened today in music history on December 9th? In 72, the Moody Blues started a 5-week run at number 1 on the charts with their 7th album, Seventh Sojourn. In 89, Billy Joel started a 2-week run at the top of the singles charts with We Didn't Start the Fire. In 92, bassist Bill Wyman formally announced he was leaving the Rolling Stones. In 66, Cream released its debut album, Fresh Cream. In 2000, U2 made their first ever appearance on Saturday Night Live playing Beautiful Day and Elevation. In 2011, Yeah Yeah Yeah's singer Karen O married her longtime boyfriend, director Barnaby Clay. And that's what happened today in music history. Right. Nico McBrain, guitarist for Iron Maiden for over 40 years, has announced his retirement from touring. He played his last show in Sao Paulo, Brazil, December 7th, this Saturday. And so he joined Maiden back in 82 for their Peace of Mind album and tour. And McBrain revealed that he hasn't fully recovered from his stroke. And he says, I unfortunately haven't been able to give you a lot of my 100%. Wait a minute, where is it here? No, I lost it because this damn thing. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to give you 100% of my performance. A year later in 2024, McBrain explained how his bandmates supported him and have changed their set list to accommodate him. It ain't the old Nico. It ain't the old one by a long shot, but at least it's part of me. And my band, bless their hearts, Steve Harris and the rest of the guys turned around and say, hey, if you can't do something in a song, we just won't do that song. In his statement, McBrain vows to remain firmly part of the Iron Maiden family and to continue working on a variety of projects, existing businesses. Touring with Maiden the last 42 years has been an incredible journey. To my bandmates, you made it a dream come true, and I love you. And I'll look into the future with much excitement and great hope. I'll be seeing you soon. May God bless you all. And of course, up the irons. Rod Smallwood offered his own statement. Thank you for being an irreparable force behind the drum kit for Maiden for 42 years and my friend for even longer. I speak on behalf of the band when I say I will miss you immensely. The band and I and all have 1,000 great memories of the past 42 years, great gigs, copious platinums and gold discs and awards, love from the fans, and one beer too many on too many occasions. Such a bond is forever. And as Steve Harris says, Nico is and will always be a part of the Maiden family. So they do have a new drummer, and their new drummer, no surprise, because Iron Maiden has Steve Harris has a band, a side band, and that side band, that's the drummer that is joining them. I think it's White Lion, is it? Let me make sure. I always forget. I saw him live and everything in Pensacola. Or was it here? British Lion. There we go. British Lion. So they will have a new drummer, and they move forward, at least for touring purposes. So that's good. By the way, Guns N' Roses has announced a 2025 tour. It's mostly all across Europe. So any of you that are listening out in Europe, look out for it. You'll have Guns N' Roses coming to a town near you. Starts in Saudi Arabia. I'm looking at it here. Goes through Georgia and Turkey and Portugal and Spain and Italy and UK, Sweden, Finland, Lithuania, Poland, Austria, Germany, all kinds of places. So check it out. If you're a Guns N' Roses fan and you happen to be checking out the show out of the country, somewhere in Europe, check it out, baby. LA Galaxy win the MLS Cup in 10 years. Thoughts? I just want the Inter Miami squad to get out of the first round, my friend. I need water. I don't have any more water. I got to get water. Let's see. Man, just read a headline on ESPN that Belichick's in talks with UNC. It's not. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way he's going to UNC, dude. No way. I can't see that. Let me see. Talks between UNC, Belichick ongoing. Sources tell ESPN that talks between UNC and Belichick have continued with some type of resolution either way expected this week. Belichick is expected to make public appearances this week, which could add some clarity to the level of interest. I don't believe any of this. He's not a college coach, dude. He's not going to be recruiting and kissing 18-year-olds' asses. He's not going to be recruiting a 19-year-old kid all year long when he's not playing and threatening to. No. This is all. He's not getting any interest from the NFL, and he's trying to force the hand of some NFL owners that might be desperate enough to want to sign him. I can't believe that, one, UNC would be stupid enough to hire him, and two, that he doesn't know what he's getting himself into. They're all running away from the NIL. No, dude, no. I'm not believing any of this. He's stringing UNC along. There's no way. There's no way. I can't believe it. Nope. He's going to have to literally sign, and I need to see him on the sidelines before I even believe it. No. I'm sorry. No. I'm not going there. No effing way. Not believing it. Anyway, do want to thank the great Sean Stanley, who puts this thing together. Thanks to all of you out there. Please smash the hell out of the like button whenever you're watching, listening to the show. We appreciate all of you out there for supporting us. If you send in a super chat, thank you. Cash App or Venmo or PayPal, thank you. Use the QR codes as always. We shall see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, same bad channel.